Hey guys, welcome to Dustin the Blind Minnesotan podcast. Today I'm going to talk about some cool smart home stuff that I have as a blind and visually impaired person that makes my home more accessible. And it's super kind of hard, because the smartphone industry is so complicated and so diluted, and what do you choose? And if you're on Facebook, just put this video in the background because Facebook doesn't have you can just turn it off, your phone off, and listen to the background kind of setting. So just keep it open and just listen to it as you're cleaning your house or something. So, because Facebook doesn't just let you just upload audio files to the platform so people can listen to. So this is the only way for me to get it easily on Facebook too, just in case Facebook does not promote the podcast links. So, so this is how I have I have two ecosystems happening in my house because Siri is completely dumb. But she has the coolest features if you have an iPhone. And the Alexa lady is really smart, but she does not have all the cool features that Apple has if you're an iPhone user. So this is how I have my smart house set up, so then you guys don't make the same mistakes that I had to learn the hard way for. Okay, so I bought 3 HomePod minis. I have one in my kitchen, one in my living room, and one in my bedroom. So, and I bought a bunch of lamps, not in floor lamps. So my lamps are looks like 8 feet tall, okay? So I went to Target and I spent about $35 per floor lamp. That's low. You can go to Savers, Goodwill, Menards, Target, Walmart, whatever. Just get some floor lamps, right? And I bought, because I do not like smart door lamps, floor lamps. I do not like smart floor lamps because if they break, that means your lighting breaks because it's connected to the lamp. So the floor lamp. So what I did was I bought a bunch of smart plugs. And I went to the Apple store. I paid the Apple tax to get the smart plugs that they have at the Apple store, because those will connect to the Apple Home ecosystem. But when I went to the Apple store, I bought one that also works with some that also work with the A-Lady. So it'll work with the A-Lady / Alexa, and it'll work with the Siri lady and the HomePods. And the reason why I put the HomePods in each room is because the HomePods are considered, HomePod minis are considered a hub. So they will send data between your smart home devices without using your Wi-Fi. So then your smart home does not slow down your Wi-Fi, because the hubs are speaking with each other and sending and controlling everything without needing Wi-Fi. So what I did was I connected all my smart plugs to both the A-Lady and the S-Lady / the HomePod minis. I connected them both for a reason. Because Apple has cool settings like home detection. So when your phone gets Bluetooth range to your HomePod minis, it will turn on all the lights and stuff that you have in your house. And then when you leave, it'll realize okay, Bluetooth is far away now. We can turn off all the lights. You know what I mean? Because it uses your phone. So, and also, when I'm listening to YouTube music and stuff, I can click the little cast button and it'll cast music to the YouTube music to all the HomePod minis in my house. So it's pretty cool. And then when I come in and I ask the S lady, Siri, turn off this light, turn on this light, turn off this light, turn off this, and she will do it all because she's a hub and communicates with everything without slowing down my Wi-Fi in my condo. So it's pretty cool, right? And then I have the Alexa speakers because she can answer questions and stuff that the HomePods can't and Siri can't. So I can ask her who was the first president of France, and she will know. Who was the first king of Russia, modern Russia? She will know. Who built all the ships that England used to colonize the world? She will know. You mean your HomePod minis, and Siri can't answer those questions. You mean, so Siri has a lot of good things if you're an iPhone user, like, hey, put this on my calendar, and she'll put it on your iCalendar for you. Like, hey, play some music, and she will go through Apple Music, and she will play some music for you. Because, it's all connected to Apple's ecosystem. If you're listening to an audiobook through Audible, you can cast it to your HomePod minis through your whole house. But the only reason why I have the A-Lady / Alexa is because Siri's dumb. Siri's very, 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 very dumb. And, I like the features that Siri has, right? But she's only good when you're asking her to do those features. But the Alexa lady, she's good. She isn't good using the features of the iPhone and the features of the Apple ecosystem, but she's really good at answering questions. So, so you can ask her what the weather is outside. Who's winning the Olympics? When are the Olympics? Where are the next Olympics going to be? What did Donald Trump do in Minnesota yesterday? I can ask the Alexa that, and she can kind of tell me what's going on. So, but if you're a completely Android user, just get the Alexa system / Amazon Smart System. Just get the A-Lady full out. Because Amazon makes smart plugs that go with her. Amazon makes Ring cameras that go with her. Like, if you are an Android user, just go with the A-Lady, man. Just go with the A-Lady and just buy all Amazon products, because Amazon's not going to go broke anytime soon. So buy the Amazon smart plugs. Buy the Amazon thermostat. Buy the Amazon smart TV stick. And just go all on Amazon. Because if you're an Android user, the A-Lady will act very similar to how the S-Lady works with the iPhones. So the A-Ladies, they have these smart speakers that are also hubs. Now this is the hard part, right? Not all the A-Lady speakers are smart hubs. Like, if you buy one for $25 to $30, you're just getting basic ones who need the internet to run. I bought like an $85 one that is a hub too. So then when you ask her questions like, hey Alexa, turn off the lights or whatever, right? What she does is she doesn't need my router. She will go exactly from her brain in her smart hub and turn off all the lights in my house without needing to go through the internet router. because she will go like, oh, this smart plug's on, this smart plug's on, this smart plug's on, this smart plug's on, and this smart plug's on. Turn them all off. And then because she's a hub, right? The hubs have little chips in it that learns your routine, what you call things. Like when I say turn off all the lights, right? I don't really have any smart bulbs in my house. I only use smart plugs, right? But she knows I call my smart plugs lights. So then she'll turn off all the smart plugs because her chip inside her hub is learning my patterns and my words and what do I mean when I say things. That, so she's way smarter than Siri in the HomePod minis. So then I can have and she will remember conversations. So I can say, hey, you remember from yesterday we talked about blah 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 blah, and she will remember because the basic conversation saved in the device on the chip. So so she's pretty cool, right? So I have two floor lamps in my living room. So when I walk in my condo, my Siri / HomePods will sense me being close, and they'll turn on my smart plugs in my living room. They're connected to my lamps, my floor lamps. And then I have a lamp in my bedroom that's connected to a smart plug. And then because I'm home, right, my S-Lady / HomePods will turn her on. So then when I come in, my smart plug in my bedroom's on, my smart plugs in my living room are on, and my smart plug in my dining room is on, right? And I have them labeled as lights in my Apple Home. So then when I come in, it says, okay, these smart plugs are connected to lights. So, and he has it in Apple Home when he comes close, turn on these lights, right? The A-Lady has similar features if you're an Android user, because an Android lets the A-Lady stalk you more than what Apple does. So if you're an Android user, you could have something similar with the A-Lady. When the A-Lady senses your phone so close, she can turn on all your smart plugs too. And then, she can turn, and whatever you have plugged into smart plugs, she can turn on too. When you leave, she can turn them off too. And the A-Lady can play audiobooks from Audible. And she has one thing that Apple doesn't have: Spotify. She has native Spotify. So and you can program it. So when you come home, she can play music from your Spotify playlist and all that if you're an Android user. Because Android, Amazon's allowed to know your location 24 hours. So, even when I come home, right, and I say, hey, A-Lady, play some music. She'll play music from my Spotify. Because, I love Apple Music, but my siblings use Spotify. So when I send them music links, I need to send them through Spotify so, they can actually, listen to them. So, it's one of those things that, so I have, and then I bought myself an Apple TV. So it's a $50 brick that's about that big and that wide, and it lets you watch Netflix on them, and Siri controls it and all that stuff, right? So, and it's Apple's version of a Fire Stick, and that's also a bridge device. So when you come in and you ask the S-Lady on your smart speakers to turn things off and on, it can go from your smart speaker to your Apple TV, then to the smart plug, and then it will turn off your smart plug without needing to go through your internet router. So, but I do admit, I do like the Amazon smart home ecosystem better. Apple gives you more privacy, and their devices, are not spying on you. Amazon's devices are spying on you. But I do admit, I do like the Amazon smart home ecosystem better. Apple's has more features. Like, you can call people who have other iPhones through iMessage on your speaker. You mean? So, because it's going through the internet. The A-Lady can't do that. Amazon can't do that. You mean? But so my advice is, like, if you're an Apple user, put a HomePod Mini in each room, and connect and have your whole, like, smart home controlled by Apple and your HomePod Minis, and just have one Amazon Alexa in your house, just in the middle of your house. So then you can have her answer all your questions, like what the weather is, what's happening in the elections, and all that stuff. So then you can have her answering all like your questions, and you just have to have one of her in the middle of the house, and then use the HomePods Minis for everything else, like controlling your home and all that stuff. And then if you want to listen to music through Spotify, you can listen to the music from her that's in, like, your living room in the middle of your house. Or I just advise you guys just to transfer over to Apple Music and just have, like, your HomePods Minis control everything through Apple Music. But if, like, if you're obsessed with Spotify like me, because Spotify understands you, you can at least have it play through, like, one A-Lady in your house. And if you have questions and stuff, you have one A-Lady to do stuff that the HomePods can't. And then you want to buy one that has like a hub in it. So then, because if you buy an A-Lady that has a hub in it, she can help the HomePods spread singles and waves through the house. So if you buy that one A-Lady so you have one smart speaker that's not dumb, she can help your HomePod spread singles through the house because she also has a hub in it. So, so it's pretty cool, it's, and then also, what I'm thinking about, but if you're like an Android user, just get the A-Lady and put a speaker in each one of the rooms in your house, but just make sure that you're spending more money and you're getting the hub kind. So then, you can control your whole house when you're an Android user without slowing down your Wi-Fi. And also, get Spotify, get a free account, and then program that into your smart speaker, because Amazon Music sucks. I hate Amazon Music. So it's worth getting a Spotify membership if you're an Android person, and you can have the A-Lady play your podcasts and your music from Spotify, because it's totally worth it, because the Amazon services suck. The only Amazon service I like is Amazon Prime and Audible. And I only go to Amazon Prime Video once in a while when they release a good show. But lately they haven't released any episodes of The Boys. They haven't released any episodes of Invincible. They haven't released any episodes of The Ring of Power. They haven't released any episodes of the Wheel of Time. So lately they haven't released any of my favorite episodes that are on Prime Video, so I don't really use Prime Video that much. I only really use it for Amazon service I really use are Audible and Prime, because they ship you things quicker. So I mostly choose with my smart home. I mostly choose smart plugs because I can plug fans into them, I can plug regular lights into them without needing to make my house too smart. People don't understand the power of smart plugs. So because they can make your home very efficient without needing to spend a lot of money. So if you're going the Apple way, go get your smart plugs from the Apple store because they're worth the price. And if you're Android/Google user, go get the A-Lady and then put her with the hubs in it and put her in every room of your house. So I have one A-Lady speaker and the rest of my smart speakers are HomePods. So I can have the HomePod minis control the smart home, and I can have the A-Lady control all my questions. Well, guys, I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.